I'm Kimmy Cherry, aka CampPoiGirl713 at Instagram and on Facebook as well. I also run the No Gal Cherries YouTube channel. I am very new to Poi, and this month I am taking the DrexFactorPoi challenge on how to teach somebody how to do Poi Flowers. He wasn't very specific, but I figured this would be a great start, was how to warm up for Poi Flowers. So, by the end of this tutorial, I really do want you to be able to learn how to do a 2-petal and a 4-petal in-spin flower. In the description of the video, I've included the instructions as well as some of the text from the parts of the video. And throughout the video, I've given you some time where you can pause or where you can just follow along with the slow-mo action or yourself and try to keep up with it on working how to do those small exercises. I practiced doing Poi Flowers every day for at least 4.5 weeks before somebody wanted me to do something really cool with my visual Poi for their birthday. It was a very interesting thing, and it was a really cool challenge, and it was over a year ago, and it was one of the first things I ever did in the flow arts for myself that was for a friend, but also for myself learning a new trick. And I really find that these tutorial challenges are some of the coolest challenges I've ever gotten to be a part of. So I'd like to say thank you to DrexFactor for putting out these challenges because I really enjoy them. Bye-bye. I'm CampPoiGirl713. By the end of this tutorial, for the tutorial challenge for the November 2019 month is brought on by DrexFactorPoi. He wanted to put out a tutorial challenge for people to teach people how to do Poi Flowers. And I wanted to start by teaching you how to do in-spin flowers, like a 2-petal in-spin flower and a 4-petal in-spin flower by the end of this video. Now mind you, this is just how I want you to learn how to warm up, and then we're working into the other exercises, and throughout the video there'll be slow-mo footage as well as other ways and a little bit of text description on the side of the slow-mos to show you directly how to do this. I've also included in the description of the video how to do these tricks by themselves. I really think that it's important that you read as well as you watch. So to start with, what I would like to teach you is that all of the Poi tricks that I'm really new to Poi, by the way, but all of the tricks that I've learned, I've always learned to start by stretching and warming up. I used to do belly dancing, so this is kind of not abnormal to warm up. But to start with a warm up, I'd like to start with doing extensions with both directions, with both hands, both arms, and both Poi in hand, so that you understand that you're warming up your body for this. And while we're working on the 2-spin and the 2 and the 4-petal in-spin flowers, I'd like you to remember that we got this big circle. And then in the middle of this circle is this diamond we're going to create. Or at least we're going to touch the points of this diamond to create what we call a Poi flower. You can start with a Poi flower as a 2-petal in-spin, or just doing it with 1 petal if you like. And doing the extension, and then making a little circle at the top of your circle. Or picking any direction, by the way. And you can start off at the side, or you can even start off at the bottom, but just making a full extension and then pausing for a moment as if you're gonna do something different.
Letting gravity take place, letting it flow back. And I would like you to
at the top and the bottom, or you can make it a little harder on yourself and at the sides. Some people might find that a little bit easier if they have other sports, or if they do other things. They might find that the side 2-petal in-spin flower is a little bit easier than the top and the bottom. Personally, I think the top and the bottom make a little bit easier for the fact that you're letting gravity do a little bit more of the work. And when you've eventually gotten one down, you can work your way into the 2. And if you'd like to just challenge yourself right away, go into a 4-petal in-spin flower by stretching it out to the side. please use the next few minutes here in my tutorial where I have slow-mo and non-slow-mo versions of this trick. It's a 2-petal in-spin flower as well as a 4-petal in-spin flower. Use the next few minutes in my tutorial to practice along with me. And down below, letting your poi swing down and swing up naturally while you go around in a circle is a good way to start. And doing both directions and with both hands, both arms, and both poi is a good way to remember that this is just an in-spin flower, right? 2-petal in-spin flower. And just letting your body do the motion itself naturally, as it's up top and below. So in conclusions to this tutorial, I want to make another one that includes really how to get into the 4-petal anti-spin and the 4-petal in-spin flower. Now there's one thing that in my research of originally wanting to do a poi flower when I was at the beginning of my poi journey, I wanted to learn these because I thought they looked awesome. More specifically with fire spinning, I didn't realize that LED lights could be that cool. I own a set of visual poi and I wanted to learn poi flowers for a certain graphic I have on my visual poi. And when I was researching this trick, I found that there was a lot of people that split up the lessons for poi flowers into like maybe 3 or 4 different parts. Honestly, I would do the same. For my entry, I just kind of left it all as one video though. So thank you for checking out my lesson. I hope you enjoyed my lesson. So learning to do flowers in the wind is a lot harder than you want to imagine. And right now, New Mexico is experiencing all this crazy wind because we're about to get hit with a serious cold front. I know, because I do the weather report for the local newspaper. I'm kind of interested in doing more of these tutorials. I find them to be a lot of fun. I definitely suggest checking out other videos on how to do flowers. Not just my own. This is my personal opinion on how I do them. I wanted to learn how to do flowers because it was one of the first tricks I ever saw somebody spin with fire. And I've always been interested in it ever since. It's really what made me want to be something of a poi artist, and I really feel awesome, and I feel like this gets to be my creative outlook. I used to have a lot of other things that were a creative outlook, and a lot of times in life when you're growing up, you kind of have to leave some of those things behind. Well, with the flow arts, I've gotten to keep that with me. So I really look to poi and the flow arts as a creative outlook, and I enjoy doing things, and I never thought of myself as teaching somebody else to do things in the flow arts world, but I really enjoy the challenges of it. So I want to say thank you for putting out a challenge like this, because I think tutorial challenges are really cool. Actually, they inspire me to want to learn more tricks, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that's like that.